Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is a Rababiah coming at you with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, Iran Attacks America. So I got this from the clip I was looking at where Iran was responding to the attacks on America. So they attacked some of the America's military bases that's in Tahrir, I think they said, over in Iraq. Oh, it's over in Iraq. I know that. So anyway, this is, the Bible talks about this, and it talks about, that this was going to happen, and it was going to lead up to the big war that they have in, World War III. And this is where we at. The Bible, the prophecies are coming right off the pages. And it's telling you that to get prepared. So that's what we should be doing. Before I play this video, I want to read a quick scripture. I want to go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, "He answered me and said, Measure thou the time diligent in itself. And when thou shalt see as part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very time, it is the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he had made." Verse 3, it says, "Therefore, when there should be signs of earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spoke of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." It says, "For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and the end, is manifest." So what's happening is the Bible is telling you that this is the wars and the rumors of wars they're talking about, and this is going to lead up to the big war, and the earthquakes, all the things that we're seeing right now, the Bible foretold it and said that this is going to lead up to 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10, where you're going to drop the big bombs are going to be dropping, and the Lord's going to come back to get his people. So anyway, let me go ahead and play this video. You can check it out.
America is under attack. Iran has launched a large missile attack at U.S. Air Force bases in Qatar and above me in Iraq. This is the Al-Assad Air Force Base in Iraq, and originally the report said that only one ballistic missile was fired at the space. And as you're seeing above me, the air defenses are being overwhelmed. This could be nearly 100 missile barrages, the largest missile attack against the United States in history. As of right now, the Doha Air Force Base is under attack as well, and other Air Force bases in Iraq are under attack. We're not able to get video footage of it right now because this is happening right now. American jets and Saudi jets are being scrambled in preparation for a retaliatory strike against Iran. We know the United States is going to bomb the hell out of Iran. That is something President Trump has already said if this happens, and it's happening right now. We don't know if the Saudis will get involved. We don't know if Qatar will be involved. We don't know if Iraq is going to be involved. What's interesting is that 15 minutes before this attack started, Qatar closed their airspace. Do they know something we don't? What we do know is that America is at war with Iran, and make sure to follow me for all of the update. Breaking news, America is under attack.
Yeah, so that's where we at, these other countries were afraid, and now they're poking out their chests, and they're standing up because what's happening is America has just been doing great wickedness. Let me precept what I just read. I want to precept with my last scripture that was in 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. I want to go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, "And there should hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that we be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these," he says, "all these that are the beginning, all these are the beginning of sorrows." So right now, that's where we at. This is the beginning of sorrows. This is Jacob's trouble, unfolding right before our eyes, We know that America is known, for their wickedness. They're known to be a thief. With this whole thing with Greenland, they just gonna steal that place. Let's get that. Let's go to John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief come up not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. So the thief they're talking about is Esau. Everything that he does it through theft or through unrighteous dealings. Let's get that. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 8. It reads, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So that's where you at, and this is the beginning of it, These other countries are fed up with America's ill practices and their lies. They say one thing and they'll start it, and then in the fourth quarter, in the last minute, they change, So, this is where we're at, and this is the beginning of the war and pestilence. Let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So it says, when it says his soul which is lifted up, meaning he's very prideful. You remember Donald Trump got on TV and said he's going to take Greenland whether they like it or not, And when it says it's not upright, meaning that he's got a wicked soul. So he's a prideful, wicked man. Verse 5, it says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, never keepeth at home, meaning that he's all over. He's in Iraq right now, who enlarges his desire as hell and as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap it unto him all people. So this is the man right here, This is Donald Trump in his arrogant, prideful way, and he cannot be satisfied, He has everything, and now he's looking to take Greenland, and he said he putting Mexico on notice, and he's just causing chaos all over the earth. This is going to end in destruction for him. These other countries are going to band together, and they're going to take America out. Let's go to Obadiah chapter 1. I'm going to go to the point in verse 7. Let's go to verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that ate the bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is no understanding in them. So these men that were at peace with America, that made a lot of money with America, are now against America. Even the EU is rising up against, these people because of their devilment, because of their practices, So they're not only making enemies with the other nations, they're making its division within their own, So, buckle up, because, the Bible is going to be fulfilled no matter what, and you can see it unfolding. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom till next time, Lord willing. Shalom.